this is not what we expected at all on the Nullarbor. We thought it was going to be a lot more like this.
Yeah.
But we're like literally driving down an escarpment right now.
This is the first one of these though, but it has been extra green.
So Mum told us when we cross the Nullarbor, we've got to stop at Eucla, which is like the abandoned telegraph station. We've travelled almost 18,000 k's. That means that, like, based on this, from this point, we could have travelled to Berlin, Paris,
Moscow,
New York, Rome.
Yeah.
So crazy to think.
That's really cool.
This is part of like the edge of the world thing. We're so close to the Bundy Cliffs.
But the thing is, it doesn't show the full effect because you can't see that it just drops off. It looks like a general fade to ocean.
When we get the drone up later on, it'll look so sick, hopefully.
This is dinner. It looks interesting on Seb's plate, but it's just sausages, mushrooms, and some tomato. Just because we haven't been able to buy many veggies and stuff because everything has to be completely eaten by the time we hit Ceduna, which is the first town at the end of the Nullarbor. So basically tomorrow during the day is the last day we have to eat everything. Yeah, just because of quarantine measures and stuff. But this is the view we have. It basically looks like we're looking out into the edge of the world. We wanted to sit outside, but unfortunately it's just really windy. But yeah, definitely not a bad view.
All their old little stubbies and whatnot. How cool is this? It's an old Penfolds bottle. Driving across Lake McDonald Pink Lake.
Well, it's meant to be.
Not the most pink at the moment.
I think that's the right side, it's the side that's meant to be pink.
Going to Cactus Beach right now, which is probably the most famous break in South Australia. So we'll check that out and see what it's like. And yeah, I don't know if we'll stay here because it's pretty pricey. It's like $35 and there's no like facilities or anything. So we'll probably just jump back on the road and then keep heading towards the Eyre Peninsula. We're at Cactus Beach now. It's, I don't know, it must be an off day. It's really not great. There's, oh, he's on now.
Oh, yeah, not a bad way. Oh, closed out a bit.
We stopped just outside the quarantine station to try and finish all our veggies. South Australia is really annoying.
Yeah, they're strict.
Ridiculous with what you can
The only things you can bring in are mushroom, peeled onions, and
carrots.
Carrots.
But I didn't know you could bring carrots in, so I ate 4 carrots yesterday. And now I'm munching through this cucumber.
Look at how thick it is.
We've had to finish all our tomato and lettuce for lunch.
Yeah, I just had tomato and lettuce sandwiches. They were actually quite yummy though.
So we're at Streaky Bay. This is a little surf spot for the locals just here. There's also a little bay just here that's quite protected. I saw a few comments on Wikicam saying that it's quite good snorkeling, so I can't be bothered to put my weddy on and then dry it out over the next few days. So I think I'm just going to cop it and go in a rashy. We've come to the point in the Vat, which is a breeding zone for all the sea lions. You can see them all down the rocks just chilling about, so we'll go down there now. There's lots more of them just down here as well. This morning it was really cloudy, so we decided to come back to the same spot. And I was going to go for a spear. There was just not much else to do because of the clouds, and the wind's picked up now the Savo, so we're just going to head further south. I went out for a spear. Within the first minute I got a 40-centimetre whiting, so decent sized, and then put it on the rocks, went back out. When I came back, the whiting had been taken by birds, which is very annoying because he was a really good sized one. I haven't actually tried a whiting yet, so I went back in the water and saw this guy. So he's a really good sized flathead. Toe to tail, he is almost 53 centimetres, 52 centimetres, which is not bad at all.
There's an IGA in Streaky Bay Town, and we got all of this stuff for $10.89. Punnet of strawberries, punnet of blueberries, $1.50 each. 20 cents for this packet of Thins veggie chips, and then a 3 kilo bag of oranges for $6, and then this many mushrooms for 70 cents. We've just been like milking them for their bargains because they're in such a small town that everything goes off before they can move all their stock.
This is the Talia Cave. That's sort of rock pool at the entrance.
It's so cool in there.
Yeah.
This afternoon we're doing the Great Ocean Loop Drive, which is basically like a mini Great Ocean Road. This is the first little site that we've seen. It's pretty cool. It's just like a nice beach, kind of corally. We stopped off at a beach that we found just randomly off the side of the road for like an hour or so, but the wind just got a bit too crazy, so we had to leave. But at least we got to soak up a little bit of sun while the weather is good.
I think
There's a little thong statue. Tonight for dinner are fish wraps. Mine's already wrapped up, but Seb's got 3 there. Golden fish nuggets with the fat flathead that Seb caught the other day. This is the spot we've found the Savo. Definitely a hidden gem. You literally have to climb down these ladders off a cliff. There's one other person here just about to make lunch. We can either camp here or just up on that point over there tonight. But it's a pretty amazing beach and view. Definitely struck gold with this one.
For sure.
For a dip in the most beautiful water. It's a little bit cold, but it's absolutely gorgeous. The climb down was a little bit sketchy. That first ladder is actually quite long and very unstable, but I made it. This is by far my favourite spot in South Australia that we've been so far. Just unbeatable. This like tiny little private beach basically. There's a cool island out there. It's not windy, it's all protected. It's an awesome cave system in behind me with lots of little birdies flying around. It's absolutely incredible. We just ate some lunch. We had some olive bread just with butter and Seb had some tuna on toast and I just had some plain toast with tomato and avo and lettuce. Yum! Oh yeah!
Too slow to be a dolphin.
Oh my god!
This is so... Oh, stop it, it's so cute. Oh. Seb, you're gonna set us on fire! This morning we're back in the exact same spot as we have been for pretty much most of yesterday. We're just chilling on the beach. We've just seen a pod of about 5 dolphins come past. Seb's put the drone up, but I don't know if he found them in time. They were frolicking and splashing, and they were literally just out there before the waves breaking on that rock shelf. Last night we had the most epic fire. Toasted some marshmallows, and then this morning it was still smouldering, so we managed to get it started again. And the people who were staying here had just been to this bakery that someone runs off their property just on the side of the road, and they make sticky buns, which are like kind of like hot cross buns, and they gave us one of those to toast on the fire this morning for brekkie, and it was absolutely delicious. But yeah, I think we're just going to be chilling here for the afternoon, soaking up the sun, enjoying the blue water. Seb got a really big fish. He's only been out for like 5 minutes. That's crazy. It's massive. This is the fish. Woo! It's so big. Looks like a bloody dolphin. Seb's just filleting up his monster fish.
This knife is so bad. The visibility is so much worse today than what it was yesterday. Had a huge blue groper swim past me, so I lined up the shot and took it and nailed him straight through the brain, so dead on impact. 70 centimeters all measured up. That's fish of the trip for sure. Like, I can't believe I got him. That's just mad.
This is the dinner I've made this evening. It's a bit of a throw everything we have in the pantry that needs to be used kind of dinner. It's literally pasta, lots of mushrooms, lots of sun-dried tomatoes, a bit of chicken, and then like a tiny bit of pesto.
I'm about to set up the fire. I'm putting all of the fish parts on the fire tonight, so we'll keep the fillets for tomorrow. This is our first taste of croaker. She looks amazing. Oh, it smells unreal. This is the backbone. You can see the meat is just falling away from the little bones. Oh.
It's going well. We are currently in Port Augusta. We haven't filmed today, but basically we went to the library this morning. I bought some new ski goggles for our trip to Canada, which is super exciting. I managed to get them down to like $70, which was a massive bargain. But yeah, we basically left Port Lincoln this morning. It's been a really gross day. As you can see, the clouds and the rain on our windscreen, unfortunately. But we've just been driving from about midday until now. It's 5 p.m. We're going to see how close we can get to Adelaide, basically, because tomorrow we're planning on having our day in Adelaide. We are officially backtracking. So this road that we're currently driving on, we drove on to get into Port Augusta, so back the other way, on day 2.
This is what we're doing for the last night of our groper. So we've got our chips here. We've got our battered up fish, beer battered fish. We've got our little sweatshop supply chain going on here.
We've reached the city of Adelaide. Doesn't look like too much. I don't think it is very much.
I'm tired.
We are just at Midas, another mechanic. Seems to be our favourite place on this trip. So despite thinking that the fuel filler hose would be our last problem, because we've had so many, we didn't think that it was even possible to have more problems. We had a light come up just as we left the shopping centre today, the little battery light, and apparently it basically signifies that you have a dead alternator. So Thankfully, when we pulled over, which was just in that Hungry Jack's car park, there was a Midas across the road from us, and they service my Mazda at home, so we know that they're good. So we went over and asked them if we could borrow their altimeter in order to check whether the battery was actually charging or not, which is indicative of a broken alternator. And in fact, the battery was only getting 12 volts when the car was on, and it's meant to be getting between 13 and 14.5, I believe. So that is dead alternator. So yeah, they managed to fit us in this afternoon, which was a bit of a miracle, but also kick in the bum because it's $480 for the alternator and another $120 for labour. So $600 in total. We are down this afternoon, which is just lovely. Only like 4 days off being home, and here we are again. So rather than heading down to Kate and Charlie's beach house, we are going to go and sit in Macca's for the next 2.5 hours to try and skimp off their Wi-Fi, maybe upload another video, and basically wait for the car to be fixed. Percy is finally back up and running. No more warning lights on the dashboard, at least for now. I don't know what our luck is, but yeah, new alternator installed. Hopefully $600 later, it's reliable. We're just coming down to Port Elliot now, and the view's pretty cool. There's these rolling grassy plains just overlooking the water. We're currently cooking in Charlie and Kate's kitchen, just in at their beach house, making like a veggie chicken stir fry noodles. We managed to get some bok choy today for like $1, was it? So that's got bok choy in it, which is something we haven't had on the trip. Then mushrooms, capsicum, and eggplant, all the stock standard. Just about to add in a few noodles, and I've just made up a sauce. Where is it? It's just got garlic, peanut butter, oyster sauce, and teriyaki sauce. No idea if it's going to be any good or not. Smells good. It's meant to be like a peanut kind of style sauce. We're currently just at the beach right next to Charlie's beach house. This morning it was pouring rain, so Seb and I literally went to Woolies in Victor Harbour, which is like 10 minutes away. Grabbed a few things for our time in Melbourne and our drive home, and then we've just chilled out and spent the day here. We went to a place called Middleton Beach and actually had a bit of a surf, which was quite fun. But other than that, we've just been chatting and chilling, and we had a good night last night with Charlie on his birthday. Had a few drinks and didn't actually get to bed till 1 a.m. But we're staying here tonight. We're making some yummy pasta, which hopefully I'll film. And then we're heading off early tomorrow morning to start the Great Ocean Road kind of area.
We left Charlie and Kate this morning. We're on the road to Mount Gambier now. There's this cool like blue freshwater lake. It sits in like a dormant volcano, so I think it's like 50 meters deep or so.
The shallowest it gets is 25 meters, like from the moment you enter, which is really scary.
So that'd be cool. We'll go swimming there. It's only 12 degrees, so it's gonna be pretty chilly. From there, we're gonna keep heading closer and closer to Melbourne along the Great Ocean Road. We haven't said anything yet, and nobody actually knows, but we're gonna surprise our families on Christmas. So yeah, we've discussed just over the last like month or so, and yeah, it's the way to go. We're going to do a dinner at my family's house in Melbourne on Christmas Eve, and then we'll drive the night and we'll make it to Christmas, and we'll be able to celebrate with our families, which would be really cool to do.
This one's the first cool view of the Great Ocean Road. As you can see, there are all these islands out there, which is very awesome, and some beautiful cliff faces. This is London Bridge. It's super cool. We're at Seb's grandparents' house now. There's just music on in the background. Finn, Seb's Fafa, so Maureen's dad, has opened up some really nice wine that we have a dinner that also made, which was delicious. It was like all sorts of things, halloumi, salad, these delicious like chickpea and sesame patties, and potato bake. Oh my god, it was such a good dinner. Just had showers and everything, and now we're trying some sort of cognac. Finn has a lot of very fancy, old, expensive alcohol, so we're looking forward to testing that. I don't know if I'll like it, but it's always fun to try. And he just made us a cup of tea as well, which is so lovely. The view is incredible. I don't know if you can see, but those are all the city lights. This is our little setup for tasting, but it's incredible. These huge windows are just amazing. But we need
No, because
we
of
need the
the
lyrics.
Yeah.
We've just started our drive back to Sydney.
Yeah, we've just finished up Christmas at Auntie Bob's and Uncle Dom's. It was so much fun. I got some quick footage of the Christmas tree, which we, in tradition, walked around and sang Christmas carols, mostly in Danish, which I think Auntie Bob's found my Danish absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, that was good fun considering we both really don't speak a word at all.
Yeah, it was so fun though, and we absolutely loved bonding with the kids. We've all got, oh no, I'm spilling my Coke. I've got a loom band necklace and bracelet from Claudia, and Seb has bracelet and ring, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Auntie Barb's and Uncle Dom also made us this little safety pack for us to have snacks on the way home.
So grateful.
Such legends. We got so much stuff in here. We didn't even realise how much there was. It's crazy. So this will keep us alive until we get back.
But we're very excited to see you all. You have no idea what's coming, and we hope you'll get the shock of your lives. So you can't see me, but it's currently 1:45 and the clock is 1 hour slow. You can see where we are. So we're probably halfway between Melbourne and Canberra. Seb is asleep in the passenger seat. He's had about an hour and a half of sleep so far, which is really good. And I'm just by myself cruising along the road. I've been listening to some music for the past half an hour just to pep me up a little bit, but going well. So, oh my gosh, I've still got my loom band on from Claudia.
You see it?
It is currently 7:40. I've just like finally woken up. I've been like on and off asleep for the last hour. But we are officially in, like there was a sign that said Destination Sydney. So we've entered Sydney. Yeah, we're really looking a lot closer. We're finally almost in the cluster of main roads. Seb's just going to have his burger that Uncle Dom made him.
Oh, I'm so hungry as well. So I can't wait.
How were you when you were driving?
Good. Char stopped at 3, and that's when I picked up, and then Char slept for the rest of the time. I had my energy drink, and then was blasting Pink Floyd for the whole drive in the headphones, and was bopping away, and I was living the dream.
Pretty much made it. We're both happy. I'm just going to tuck into some fruit salad as well from Auntie Bob's and Uncle Dom, which I'm very excited about. They literally, I'm so grateful for them. Every time I look in that bag, I find something new. Like they've got absolutely everything else. Seb's walking into his house. Just walk in.
Hej då!
That was funny.
There's Mike. You can see him on the balcony.
Oh really? Oh yeah.
He's right there, he's right there.
So we're currently at Freshwater Beach on Boxing Day, and this brings our series to an end. Thank you so much for watching our journey around Australia, and fingers crossed we've got more adventures to come.